In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on February 7, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best bet single picks, best bet parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Auburn versus Texas Agricultural and Mechanical. An important Southeastern Conference matchup comes to the fold on Tuesday, February 7th. Auburn heads to Texas Agricultural and Mechanical as the Tigers look to avoid their 4th loss in 5 games. The Aggies have won 3 of their last 4 as they look to climb the Southeastern Conference standings. The Aggies have won 10 of their last 12 games and 7 straight home games. They have played well offensively at home, scoring more than 74 points per game. They do a good job finding the open man, and they've been very aggressive on the offensive glass, grabbing 15 offensive rebounds per game in their last 3 games, which will give them more scoring chances. They also did a good job protecting the ball, turning it over less than 10 times per game in their last 3 games, and won't give the Tigers a lot of easy scoring opportunities. The Tigers are very good defensively, but they struggled in recent games, giving up at least 73 points in 3 of their last 4 games, so expect them to have a hard time slowing down the Aggies in this game. The Tigers have lost 3 of their last 4 games and 2 of their last 3 road games. They have struggled offensively on the road, scoring 70 points per game. They don't rebound the ball as well as the Aggies and won't get a lot of extra scoring opportunities against them. They've also been careless with the ball, which will lead to easy scoring opportunities for the Aggies, who average more than 7 steals per game. The Aggies have played well defensively, and they've been dominant at home, holding opponents under 60 points per game, and will keep Auburn's offense in check. So the Texas Agricultural and Mechanical Aggies to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Tigers are averaging 72 points per game and 70 points per game on the road. They average 67 points per game in their last 3 games against the Aggies. They play at a slow pace, averaging 70.6 possessions per game, and they're facing a team that is giving up 59 points per game at home, so expect them to be held under their average in this game. The Aggies are averaging 75 points per game and 74 points per game at home. They average 68 points per game in their last 3 games against the Tigers. They play at a slower pace, averaging 69.5 possessions per game, and they're facing a team that is giving up 65 points per game on the road, so don't expect them to score enough points to push the score past the total. The Aggies and Tigers played under the total in 3 of their last 4 meetings. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. North Carolina versus Wake Forest. 2 schools within North Carolina's borders are battling for the 2nd time this season. The North Carolina Tar Heels are on the road this time, looking to sweep the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. The Tar Heels have won 3 of the last 4 against the Demon Deacons, but haven't beaten them on the road since 2019. They won the first meeting this season 88-79. North Carolina has not lived up their preseason hype as they hold a 15-8 overall record and a 7-5 Atlantic Coast Conference record. They will still most likely make the tournament, but it has been a disappointment since they were looked at as one of the best teams in the country before the season. The Tar Heels have lost 2 games straight after losing to Pittsburgh at home and Duke on the road. North Carolina has not put it together as a team yet, and it does get much easier in this matchup. Wake Forest is 15-9 on the season and are on the wrong side of the bubble if the season ended today. They have played good at home this season, with their only home losses coming to Virginia and NC State. The Demon Deacons lost the first matchup between these 2 teams back in January, when they lost by a score of 88-79, but they will be hungry for revenge. They could not guard anyone in the previous game as North Carolina shot 51.7% from the field. Wake Forest's defense has not been good this season, but they can play at North Carolina's pace and outscore them on their home floor. The Tar Heels' 3-point defense has not been good this season, and they will be exposed in this one. According to Ken Palm, North Carolina's defense is ranked number 167 in 3-point percentage, while Wake Forest's offense is ranked number 30 in 3-point percentage. I expect Wake Forest to defend home court here, so the Wake Forest Demon Deacons to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. That's a lofty total, but look at the teams playing. North Carolina plays at a high tempo and puts up at least 75 points on most nights this season. Wake Forest plays at an even higher tempo and is also hitting 75 points on most nights. The first game finished with 167 total points, and Wake Forest's 49.1% shooting was the lower number between the two teams. This game should also easily exceed the total. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. NC State versus Virginia. There will be a key Atlantic Coast Conference matchup in Virginia on Tuesday night as the Virginia Cavaliers host the North Carolina State Wolfpack. NC State comes in with a record of 19-5 overall and 9-4 in Atlantic Coast Conference play. Virginia has a record of 17-4 overall and 9-3 in conference play. The NC State Wolfpack are 19-5 this season after they defeated Georgia Tech by a score of 72-64 in their last game. NC State shot 41.9% from the field and forced 17 turnovers in the win. The NC State Wolfpack are averaging 80 points per game, 69.5 points against per game, 37.5 rebounds per game, and 13.5 assists per game. Terquavian Smith has led the Wolfpack this season with 18.5 points per game, 4.6 assists per game, and 3.4 rebounds per game. NC State is shooting 45.1% from the field, 72.4% on free throws, and 35.2% on three-pointers this year. The Virginia Cavaliers are 17-4 this season after they lost to Virginia Tech by a score of 74-68 in their last game. Virginia shot 41% from the field, but allowed Virginia Tech to shoot 50.9% from the field in the loss. The Virginia Cavaliers are averaging 70 points per game, 61 points against per game, 32.5 rebounds per game, and 16.4 assists per game. Armon Franklin has led the Cavaliers this season with 13 points per game, 4.4 rebounds per game, and 1.3 assists per game. Virginia is shooting 45.7% from the field, 71.9% on free throws, and 38.2% on three-pointers this year. NC State has built a solid resume and will certainly receive an at-large bid to the NCAA tournament. For Virginia, however, this game isn't about strengthening an at-large bid, but rather about putting the team in position to possibly earn a top 2 seed in the tourney. Virginia is 10-1 at home this season thus far, and if they can run the table at home, we'll only have one tough road game left at North Carolina. I expect the Hoos to step it up defensively in this matchup, particularly with an NC State team that will be without 2 key scorers. Virginia has held 2 out of the last 3 Atlantic Coast Conference opponents under 60 points while playing at home. Overall, no team has scored 70 or more points at Virginia this season. Virginia will protect the basketball and use its efficient offense to pull away for a victory that the Hoos need more than NC State. So the Virginia Cavaliers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Virginia comes in with the #1 scoring defense in the conference and the 9th best scoring defense in the country. The Cavs have held 2 out of the last 3 home opponents under 60 points and play at nearly the slowest pace of play in the country, ranking 357th. The Wolfpack have scored under 70 points in 2 of their last 4 road games and will be without 2 of the team's top 5 scorers. Expect Virginia to dictate pace of play with tough half-court defense and a deliberate offense. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.